Hello there guys, this is the Russian Prince with another Rome 2 tournament match, and this is actually going to be again round 1 of Blues tournament, best of 1 on tour. This game we have Mjnezzy playing as Egypt, facing off against Ziggomatic from Seth clan, who is playing as Rome. So allow me to go over the Egyptian build. Actually looks like the replay is pretty long, so I am simply going to take my time with this. I'm gonna keep it played, not slow motion. So I'm actually gonna go over the Roman build. Looks pretty easy to go over. Legatus commander. Oops, should be rotating it like this, indeed. Then we have 4 legionary cav, standard stuff, auxiliary African elephants. Pretty cool to bring against Egypt, but I think it's maybe a bit too crazy. Then we have 5 vigiles and a main line of probably 8 swords, right? 3, 6, yeah, 8 swords. So we see 6 avocatis with 1 legionary on each flank. So very, very strong Roman build. I should say it's gonna be difficult for Egypt to deal with it. Now, Mjnezzy, he has African War Elephant Commander General, so he could use this to potentially destroy the Roman line, but it's gonna be difficult as well. Then we have a lot of swords and some Nubian Spearmen mixed in. But anyway, we have chariots as well. Huge tool that he can use to destroy the Roman line. Skirmisher cavalry. We also have 5 Nubian bowmen, so these bowmen will neutralize the Roman elephant without a problem. We have a light cap now being shown from the forest. 2 of those actually. I feel like bringing 2 light cap is a bit of a waste, but anyway. We also have some Galatian swordsmen, 4 on his left flank. Make that 5? Is it 5? Yeah, it is 5. We have up front 2 Nubian spearmen and 3 thorax pikemen. So very, very unusual Egyptian build. I don't like the decision to bring light cavalry though, and the skirmisher cavalry is a bit meh. I mean, he has chariots and he has elephants and he has all those Nubian bowmen, so why would he bring skirmisher cavalry? That's a bit weird. Anyway, we see that I mean, his main line isn't too strong either, because these are just Galatian swords, and he doesn't have Galatian royal guards, and he doesn't. Like, these Nubian spearmen will die, and the thorax pikemen, okay, cool unit, but why on the flanks instead of the center? Interesting. Like, normally you see people putting pikes in the center to block it off efficiently, and then swords on the flanks. That's what you normally see. But anyway, in this game I feel like it's just going to be very, very difficult for Egypt to pull off the win, because they have to use the chariots and the elephants properly. But actually, Rome also has... I mean, it's not going to be easy for Rome to deal with elephants and chariots, because, I mean, sure, these vigiles, they don't have pila as far as I know, and only the 8 swords do have pila, so it's not going to be as easy. He has to stop the chariots with something, because he will be able to kill the elephants with like pila. Probably the same with chariots, but timing that properly will be difficult. We'll see though, as Mjnezzy is actually moving by the red line, and I don't really like this move, because what he's doing now is he's ensuring that he cannot kite back. He's kind of like stuck here. And he's also kind of like red line camping, which is like, about that. But anyway, main line of Rome, super strong, but these 2 special units need to get taken care of. Otherwise, Rome will die. We'll see how well he can counter them. I would have liked Rome to see... I would have liked to see Rome bring in some Syrian archers or something instead of these African elephants. Target down the elephants or the chariots, because surely as Egypt you will bring elephants or chariots, because How on earth are you going to kill a main line, a super strong main line of Roman infantry units otherwise, right? I mean, I just don't see it happening. But anyway, again, fast forwarding because not much is going on. They're just sitting, watching each other. Again, Roman line is moving up, but I really like the Roman composition. The only thing I kind of disagree with is the African elephant. So I really would have preferred to see some skirmishes instead of the elephant. And I do like everything else though. I think it's pretty damn cool. So yeah, the scythe chariots over here on this flank and the elephants as well. Okay, looks like Egypt's gonna be the one moving up, and that's not a bad choice because he has bowmen, so he can skirmish. But ooh, here we have the Roman cavalry going around. This is a bit risky right now because if he goes too far, he's gonna get destroyed by javelins from Galatian swordsmen. Galatian swordsmen not turning around though. We need to see Mjnezzy giving attack orders on all these cav units. Okay, finally we have javelins. Galatian swords getting a lot of kills. Legionary cav not getting their charges off. Flaming shot, kind of like not a good idea here. And now the Nubian bowmen will get caught. We need to see the elephant engaging the cavalry because the cavalry will die very, very quickly to the elephant. There we go. Elephant should be getting a lot of kills on these cavalry units. But I'm not... Yeah, this legionary cavalry will die for sure. And Rome isn't going further with this actually. I believe that... Okay, even though... Let's think about this for a second. So what did he do? He got some kills, right, onto the Nubian bowman. He might have actually killed one unit. Yeah, this one is going to rout out field. But here's the thing. These guys are not really worth it. Well, with the rear charge of the chariots, this might do well because the chariots need to kind of pull through at this point. And the chariots have already lost one man. To the legionary cavalry, this is insane. This is huge. So at this point, I would actually say that this might be worth it for Rome, that cavalry unit. But still, overall, a really weird trade. Like, I don't know why you would go in like that. And normally, like, the Egyptian player will be able to simply give attack orders to his Galatian swordsman, throw jabs into your cap, and it's dead. And then send Nubian spearmen around to the rear in case you're trying to get to the skirmishers. And then your cavalry would have done nothing. And now, going in piecemeal with the chariots, this is a super bad idea. Pilas don't get thrown though, but now they do, so the chariots actually still get through and get a bunch of kills. But I mean, this is just a waste of chariots. He should have used a better moment to do this, but he's still gonna end up getting a lot of kills. Wow. Again, because not all Roman Pila was thrown. Because if it was thrown from the beginning, the chariots would have died long ago. Nice pulling through done here though, but I mean, at this point I still would say that it's questionable. Very questionable, the use of the chariot here. I mean, sure, he actually got to about 300 kills with it, which is insane considering how it went. And he got a lot of damage done to these evocatis, these ones here. And he killed a lot of vigiles too, but it's just very awkward use of chariots. Now, he has to use his elephant properly, but he's not charging in here. He has to charge in, and no flaming shot, because flaming shot is kind of useless. Looks like these Galatian swordsmen are just not really getting their charges off. So they will die. Well, they would have died regardless, but still. Now, Nubian thorax pikes don't have their pikes up. This is huge. African war elephants will actually kill the legionary cavalry, especially if they pull through and get to the legatus too. So, but I guess Rome just wants to keep the legionary cavalry off the field because he's hoping that he'll be able to win the melee engagement quicker. And I guess, like, even though these units will die for sure, like, he's just holding back the elephants. Really need to see the Egyptian elephant pull through here, because he needs to get to the main line. I mean, he just can't let this go. However, the Roman elephant's coming around, so they might be the ones doing the damage, but still, like, this is very, very odd. Like, Finally, we have Egyptian light cavalry coming through into the rear of the Roman units, but I mean, this is the crappy wedge formation, so, or diamond formation, whatever it's called, so not really efficient. And look at these Avocatis just duking it out against Galatian swordsmen. That's going to happen against Galatians. African elephants just pummeling through these guys. Gonna get a lot of kills onto the Galatian swords. Not like Rome even needs it at this point because his units are far too strong. Thorax pikes still don't have their pikes out, so they're not gonna do well. Again, this African war elephant, yeah, it's gonna do a lot of damage and it's gonna kill the Legatus and the Legionary Cav, but at this point it's not engaged in the main fight, which it needs to be, because it has to kill all these units, but it's not really doing it right now. Legionary chasing Nubian bowmen off the field, pretty weird, but it's not like Rome needs them in the fight right now. These guys are out of control, and they might actually do quite a bit of friendly fire to the Roman lines. Look at them already starting to drop the Roman lines. Flaming shot though, doing the work, so it doesn't really matter at this point though, because Rome just has way too many units on the field left. I don't see how Egypt can pull this one out. Zoom in on some elephant on Legatus action. Clearly the elephant will win this. Sorry Legatus, you're a bit too weak. Fight elephants. I mean, you saw the elephants, they just destroyed two Legionary Cav units and the Legatus. So elephants are actually really good against cavalry unless it's like heavy cavalry. That's something to keep in mind. So here you see an engagement. Chariots are back onto the field. Wow, yes they are. Light cavalry here too. Thorax pikes will die. Do they still have no pikes out? Yep, they don't have their pikes out. So I mean, they will just die. I don't see anything else happening here. The Roman elephants have actually gotten so many kills. 283 Roman elephants, alright. And they're still in very good shape actually. Exhausted though, so they must have used trample. But yeah, it looks like Egyptian elephants haven't really been able to do much. Actually now, only now getting a few more kills, but they're not even getting pulled through. Raised banner used, no rally though, and we do see trample used. Now they're out of control. But basically at this point it doesn't even matter. The game is going to be over with Ziggomatic advancing on to the next round. And look at these elephants fall on the ground. Wow, poor elephants. Now Roman elephants coming in to join the fray, but I mean Egyptian elephants are already dead. So that is game. Let's look at statistics. Again, pretty decisive for Rome. The maneuver in the beginning wasn't that worth it though for Rome. I mean, and would have been even worse if Egypt responded correctly to that action with the two cavalry in the beginning for him. So not quite sure what he tried to do there, but it was very inefficient. Anyway, his main line of Avocatis crushed Egypt. Legionaries did well. Vigiles didn't really do much. They got destroyed by chariots. I mean, these Avocatis still did well against Galatian swords despite getting destroyed by chariots earlier on and taking so much damage. And that's because Galatian swords just don't really match up to Avocatis. And I believe Egypt also didn't get the charges off here, so that was a problem for Egypt as well. And again, Roman elephants doing a lot of work in the melee. I mean, we needed to see Egypt getting his elephant in, but it actually got stopped by legionary cavalry for a very long time. So I mean, that was really cool what the Ziggomatic did. I mean, he identified that he could stop the Egyptian general elephant by sending in his legionary cavalry and then mop up the infantry force, because he needed to make sure that the elephant isn't nearby, because then Rome could have been in trouble, as he doesn't really have any skirmishers to potentially deal with the elephant. He does have sword jabs, but I mean his swords would be engaged in melee against Galatian swords. He'd have very few to throw jabs at the elephant. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. If you want to see more, don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe, follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Google+. Share the video. I'll see you next time.